Morning. Well, I guess it's viewers. How are you guys doing? Well, welcome to the Wise One. I'm your host, Lady Caren. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for joining me. I'm all set up for this live this morning, which is new, interesting. Let's get started on this hood this morning. Have yarn all over. Love the way that yarn drapes and looks like more of a mess than it is. Okay, let's get this looped in here. Still doing a simple hood. I'm going to get lighting and stuff done one of these days. I gotta get the finances all mapped out. Let's see, I'll put that down there. So I have lock room. So, is everybody ready for June? We're in June, right? Oh yeah, my phone's dead. Yeah, 6-1. We're first day of June of all things. I need to chain one. Yeah, okay, go in. I'm doing, single crochets. So my kids like this for like the winter. They said it's too hot for the spring. I just like the sun covering from the sun. And I like a hood. Honestly, I think it's like a part of my autism, like the comfort item. Just like something covering like the back of my neck a lot of times. So I don't mind. The hood is awesome. The hood makes me look epic. Like anytime. Anytime I want to just look epic, it's just like level up. Yeah. Oh. So it's been an interesting week. Cleaning, and more cleaning. June is going to be cleaning month for me. I hope your May was filled with all the wonderful things you want out of your May. I could take a moment to breathe. Oh yeah, I need a bath for sure. I smell it now. I smell something now. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a deep breath in, hold, take a deep breath out, hold, take a deep breath in, hold, take a deep breath out, hold, take a deep breath in, hold, take a deep breath out, hold. Thinking for a count of 3. You're welcome to join me. I'm not certified in breathing exercises or anything like that, which is interesting. Babies breathe but yet there's an art to it and a way of doing it that ends up certification. I don't know if I want to know what would happen if you're not certified and something would go wrong with instructing somebody how to breathe. The possibilities are endless. I'm like, don't use a plastic bag. Okay. But yeah, I'm just gonna relax, get centered, earthing, aware, present, that kind of thing. So my deep breath in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a belly breath. If it's safe for you to do so and you want to join me, you are welcome to join me breathing here. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. You definitely feel it, like the brain. Feel the brain. It feels like a cliffhanger. Like the now, what's gonna happen next kind of thing. Like I wait for those, like when I'm sitting there listening to music. Sometimes I'll play the ones with megahertz. It's just different notes and keys. I'm playing at different volts. And what it does is you feel it in your brain. Like it'll get from all consuming to all of a sudden it's gone. There's no letdown in my brain or the way that I feel physically. It's an interesting physiological response. But yeah. Uh, yeah. I might just be around cleaning and see if I can get an angle where you guys could be set up and just watch me like clean in the mornings. And get back into tarot too. And all the other stuff that seems can bring me work. Uh, so lately I've been looking at things like barefoot shoes because I'm thinking about when I'm older, my posture, my background's issues. I mean, a lot of it's not all of my shoe, but walk around barefoot with shoes on. That'd be interesting. I'm thinking moccasins or something. You know, those are expensive. So also I was gonna start doing the thing where I take crochet yarn on those dollar store foamy um flip flops where because my daughter picked one up, but toe the toe thing's funny. The toe thing doesn't work very well. It's not healthy to separate the big toe like that. It feels in the way. It's weird conditioning. But well, we gotta get her some shoes that she can run in because it's summer. And the bottoms they tend to break. So I know that that's gonna break. So I'm going to try to perfect how to do um crochet the over the one side of the foot to the other and come around back. I like those or a design, some sort of pattern. Those I think they like cost money, so I have to find a free one. Yeah. It'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm going to. That was somebody has no idea I'm making a video. I'm gonna try crocheting shoes and see what happens. It's also thinking North Dakota trip. I'm not looking at you. I've looked at the message that I got. It's all right. Did I crochet that right? I probably did. Probably just looked funky for a second. Did I forget I mentioned? My phone's dead. All these messages will be on the phone. You'd see me doing that. Mm, okay. That is going to be the quietest video I have ever made. The longest section of just nothing. Talking about nothing. I was going to share my thoughts. So I got a message. I was joke that they're going to get 20K on February 30th. And I'm just like, what? He goes, don't you get the joke? I was like, at this rate, the government would probably try to implement a February 30th in 2024. I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, the fact that September already means 7, but it's on the 9th month, and then continuously October 8th month, and then, yeah, no. And our 10th month is called 8th month, or 8 day, or something. 8, whatever is Latin. I'm like, between, they'd be like, oh, look, we got daylight savings time that we're going to implement or take away. Daylight savings time. So I'm like, yeah, they probably want to make it February 30th. Why not? Instead of just a leap year, instead of subtracting days to make 365, we're going to have 366, and something else. Yeah, just screw up our leap year. They do it just because they can. All the rest of us do it. Like back when the Catholic Church was in charge of saying what day it was to the rest of the masses. It's the eyes of the month. Which makes me wonder, the description of angels where they have like so many eyes. Like, what else did they refer to as eyes besides the calendar days? The eyes, some eyes that we could see through, eyes of a needle, any type of hole. Yeah. So, what were these description, like when they say eyes? I'm just wondering through these biblical descriptions. There's my last stitch. I gotta get into the last stitch. Is that right? We'll do it that way. We'll see what happens. Is that right? We'll see here. Let's do a couple this way and see if the edges of the edge or not. Nope, I think I indented one. Did I indent one? I don't. Did I? This is straight. This is relatively straight. That would be one of the best ways to count your stitches. I'm not gonna count these stitches. No. Oh, but yeah. Stretchy, stretch. It's one of those long days. So I'm trying to figure out how to implement more and more into my routine, as well as more and more into the projects that I want to get done. How do I switch over from a project to a project? Because when you're depressed, you can basically eat take care of immediate needs, sleep. And it's like you don't have any control. For me, it's like I don't have control of my life. So I can't get any extra stuff done, like cleaning like a past project that you skipped a day of cleaning. So you'd have to do extra. But then like it was just eat, and if you're lucky, clean up the dishes and whatnot. And I don't have my lotion here. So I was trying to figure out how to clean everything. I hope that noise is not bothering you guys or causing you guys issues and pain. If you hear it. But I've been doing my nails more often because they've been breaking. Like that cortisone that courses through your body because it's a natural hormone. If you have it, if you're in fight or flight, which is where your body is ready to go, and always waiting for the abuse or the toxic or the fight or the thing to come, the agitation, the I did something wrong and now I'm going to pay severely till I die type thing. And if you do that long term, it gets your nails and your teeth and your hair and your skin conditions and stress starts to eat away at your body. So I'm trying to strengthen it back up through healthier living. Not just like, oh, I'm going to do my nails and make them look prettier, like healthier eating. Trying to get out of the fight or flight mode when I feel it come on. And with thoughts, that way I can heal, because it's sort of like be like an alcoholist, somebody with alcoholism who has brittle bones. The day they stop drinking, their bones can start strengthening back up because they become very porous and weak. But that could probably be said the same for the people that eat a whole bunch of gluten. I don't know. But considering that's what I heard. I could be wrong. I could have interpreted what I heard wrong. It is a sensory issue to do my nails. They're so brittle, so they break. And they chip, and they break, and they peel. And I let them grow out as long as possible. So that when they chip and peel, they don't go below into my fingertip, because that's painful when they rip below to the surface of the fingernail to the finger. Then I have issues. Yeah, I'm gonna need another finger. Yeah, memory board or whatever. So then there's this thing called an oil soak. So we're gonna try that. So I've gone down to 1 cup of coffee, which is supposed to coffee and caffeine causes cortisols to shoot up too. It's trying to get you into getting up and doing things, the jittery feeling. And I'm like, dude, I just, get so tired and don't want to move and don't want to do anything. Like fibromyalgia. Sometimes I need just a regular over-the-counter Tylenol or ibuprofen, Roxanne, something inside. Just like get that just going. Yeah, just to get my body to move. But apparently that's the oxygen getting to your muscles. Like this whole time. Yeah. So how do I get oxygen to my muscles? How do I get that circulation of blood flow? So it's taking an iron. So I also noticed if I sit there and take iron, the other types of what do you call it? It's like in deficiency. Zinc. Yeah, the other parts like zinc in your body can get depleted if you take iron supplements or whatever for your anemia, for my anemia. If I take iron supplements, if you have issues with anemia, or because okay, so with my anemia, if I take iron supplements, I can get depleted on zinc. Because what happens is the body, when it's absorbing things like heavy metals, trace amounts, the healthy amount that your body requires in order to function with your red blood cells. What it does is it fights with the other heavy metals for absorption. So I was thinking, how does it do that? How does it balance out the absorption of different trace amounts of vitamins and minerals, or different types of minerals that your body requires in order to function well? Because and so like we need more fruits and vegetables. And that would really help. But there's other things that your body can use, different food groups. Nuts, but and legumes and all sorts of healthy fruits and healthy foods, fish and poultry. You guys probably eat red meat. That's fine. Okay, I only got 15% in there. Let me see if I've got the other charger. Where's the other charger of mine? Okay, I'm back. Phone's only up to 15%. We got a turbo charger. And my phone is supposed to fast charge, so plug in, right? I'm plugged in. That's charging. There it goes. That's charging. I don't know if it's charging quickly or not, but it's charging. So next, I'm just gonna soak my nails for 10 minutes. Since my phone's dead, I'm going to see if I can find a 10-minute timer in here. And then I can talk for like 10 minutes. I could probably finish my hood at the same time. Off the clock app. Right? Why is it saying just a moment? No, I don't want any updates. Let this app get ready to update and delete your tasks and plans. Timer. we're gonna go with, there is no 10-minute timer. There's a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Let's just, oh, this is a 20-minute timer, but it's not set. Yeah, why does it say 10 minutes, but shows 20? I don't know. I got that going. Does it show? No, it doesn't show like it's counting down unless I open the app. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, you just soak your nails in. I still, like this lady that, I had a lady at the, well, I was cashiering, telling me about oil soaking. And for me, I just thought, when I thought oil soaking, I thought she was talking about car oil for some odd reason. I thought, ew, I am not putting, because that like sucks everything out. That sucks out moisture and stuff. I'm like, that's not gonna strengthen my nails. I didn't say any of that out loud. What's that, a dust particle? What's that dust particle? So I was like, yeah, okay. Because I thought she was the craziest person in the world, but no, she's not crazy. It's a regular type of oil, like vitamin E oil, or vegetable oil, or olive oil, or coconut oil, that kind of thing for nails. And it does great, like if you do the scalp. And then, yeah, I've got messages for good. That means I gotta check. I gotta check this, I gotta check that, and then I gotta check the other thing, because, like, I don't have much time to, like, yeah. I think I'm alive. Is there anything that... Okay. That one's done. Yeah. Now I gotta go in, do this one thing, because I'm awesome. And you would think with the video that I would put everything aside or stop the video, but this doesn't have like a pause the live thing. That would be an awesome feature. Or if it does, I'd love to find out how. Because I am not seeing one. This would probably be easier if I had... Huh. So I have this thing where I am trying to only pay for bills right now and to buy the groceries, the store, not go out to eat, not spend it on anything I don't need. And then I'm going to try to make money. and then take care of the house and take care of the kids. And it's a balancing act that I just wasn't raised to do because my mom, by the time I was born, my mom had a very long um, what do you call it? Burnout. And in that burnout, she didn't do much. And I have 5 minutes at the timer. And that's okay. So then I do 10 minutes per hand. And I didn't know. She didn't know. We weren't taught these things. Luckily, because those things happened, you finally get, this knowledge that is probably from ancient times, everybody knew, to, oh my gosh, look at this new it's just a new discovery. Holding your hand like this for 10 minutes with in a bowl of oil, it feels, it's different. Yeah. So it just, like, this is not comfortable because I can't just tip it in. It's like, I'm like, in this cloth. So my mom had really bad burnout for years while I was growing up. And I don't know, she probably, after I moved out or something, had less burnout, but she kept getting burnt out. She couldn't do much, pretty much. And then she was disabled, and then she didn't accommodate for her blindness that she got from her for diabetes. And then she got a whole bunch of eye surgeries that didn't render her very successful. But yeah, so my mom was disabled and an interesting character. I mean, like, yeah, now we know. Now we can handle things so much better. And it's probably not nearly enough yet. I mean, a case where, a person my mom had coming again, nowadays, probably still not nearly enough. That's why I want to advocate for autism. Autistic traits and ADHD is it's not like this shouldn't be a disability. We should, there should be something. I want something. I want to create something in society so that you don't have to work. It sounds like communism, but it should be so that you can live without, having to bust your balls trying to work. I mean, I'd like the property to pay for itself in this community. And the thing is, it's just like, not like, oh, we want to go the easy, lazy way out. It's because the insanity that you have to work in order to have shelter. I mean, if you built the shelter and other than keeping up on the shelter, you should have shelter. The fact that the land is you're being charged to live on the land is insane. I understand in order to eat, go fishing, in order to get the fish, lay out the traps or lay out the nets, do the work, build the netting, do the things that you need in order to get the fish if you want fish. Plant the seeds in order to get seeds, go out and forage in order to go, find the herbs. And I understand that, but it seems like the concept has been misconstrued to a very unhealthy way, that people are dying, getting sick, and living in a way that, I mean, poverty-stricken shouldn't be a horrible sentence. Normal people can be poverty-stricken. and it shouldn't be a death sentence. It's just the basic living should be, you should be able to have fresh, humane rights, fresh water, food, available, and living, and anything on top of that, they'll trade. And so a lot of us with autism, ADHD, and finding work and going from job to job and being creative and da 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 da, um, trade and skill to pay for to yep, time to change over the nails. We'll see. We'll see if this works. So this is day 2, what my nails look like. This is after day 1. I haven't done the nail treatments. I trimmed them down and not very well. And I'd like to get the cuticles. But this is what my brittle nails look like. Day 2. Day 1. This is day 2. We'll see if they get. I'm gonna put on the other ones and see if it makes a difference and hardens the nails and strengthens the nails. I'm putting acrylic on. Apparently it weakens the nails, so I'm not going to be doing acrylic or I get it all over. Key. That's the other thing. Con would be. All right, 10-minute timer. All right. So now we have 10 more minutes of the rest. So then when the video is just about done, spend an hour of my time. La-di-da-da-da. Yeah. So what can you talk about when you're stuck here? Because it's like when I was breastfeeding, that was a thing with like, oh, I'm stuck sitting here, not being able to get up, not being able to move, not being able to use like parts of my body. What can I do? Because, I want to stay stimulated mentally or emotionally. Like, I read. So I try to sit with everything that I need right there with the bye. I tell you, I struggled. And I could have, for like 2 hours, my baby could be, my older kid was totally independent, didn't need me for anything. I could watch them do whatever they want, didn't bother me. But as soon as I was not capable of attending to their every need, can you do this? Can you do that? I'm like, oh, I, yeah. Mm. Yeah. So teaching my kids to be more independent will be it's been interesting. I'm trying to think how much independence they need and how much independence they can do and how much drains their spoons, which apparently is a neurodivergent term. Apparently somebody's like, "What's neurodivergent?" the other day, and so it's a person with autism, ADHD, or bipolar who's genetically different with a brain development differently than somebody who was the one that wrote, "This is typical," and anything that's not this is not typical. So, I mean, what is considered a neurodivergent person writing the book and society built on their needs instead of society built on neurotypical needs? We would have been the neurotypicals. They would have been the neurodivergents, and there would have been something wrong with them, and we would have been accommodating them. So if you think about it, a lot of it is we're not wrong. We're not bad. We're just different. I mean, neurotypical people also need to eat. I mean, it's not like, oh, they're disabled. They need to eat food regularly. or they get cranky. So, I mean, if food is more sparsely, like restaurants decide to open up whenever the owner or the chef is in, or whenever their business hours, instead of being a steady business hours, they have neurodivergent hours where they have long stretches, maybe longer in the summer with more sunlight, or shorter in the summer. There was who is it Aztec? I was reading about a society whose hours the day were the next day, they didn't have a, you know, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. They had their days, like when the sun was longer and the nights were shorter, they would have more hours in their day. And so they would keep with that day had more hours, and they would get more done, and they would do things. And vice versa. They just, not every day had 24 hours in it. It was just interesting. So building a whole society like that, or that went with the sun, or a whole calendar that went with the moon. And it's interesting how well we got to the mess, and we're very used to it. In fact, we'd probably justify it. So, like the calendar days and the days like that, and the things that we do, and the stuff that we do. So, it might be more natural for me to pick, hey, can I put more in my routine during the summer and get things done? And then figure out how to put things to rest during the winter, certain chores to rest during the winter that I don't do, um, or certain habits or things during the day. That would be interesting. Moving towards a day like that. Oh, I do feel I gotta put lotion all on my hands. My hands dry out. I do use gloves, and it makes a difference to do the dishes, like hand washing gloves. They're not latex. So Walmart has these pair of gloves that are lined, so there's this fabricy, soft lining, and it makes it thicker. So if your water's warm, it doesn't feel as warm. I had another message pop up. It's like, I got nails. Look at this. Happy, happy, happy. Yeah. Alright. But 10 minutes to sit here for 10 minutes feels weird and strange. Like, I sit here, I make hour-long videos. I try not to, but I make hour-long videos, guys. And, I'll just sit here, crochet, or do whatever, do tarot readings, do, things that we need to sit here for, so much amount of time and keep my attention on one thing it's an intriguing feat. It is accomplishing. Yeah, I gotta clean. I'm looking at this going, I gotta clean. Mhm. 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 I gotta clean this up. I gotta clean my whole house. All my stuff out of the house, and clean all this and clean all that, and get things going and get things moving. and learning the things that people knew before me, studied before me. Because I can't concern this mess. And then that way, if I can get it all cleaned and then get it routinely worked on, where I can put certain things for routinely doing, and things that'll help me set up stuff for burnout, so that if I feel a burnout coming up, pack away stuff so I could do or not do during burnout. That'll be interesting. Is try to get things for like burnouts and things for like resting, or just getting things for resting. Because like I did more in the last couple of days than I've done in the last couple of months. I'm like, oh, if I don't take a rest, I'm gonna get one of those burnouts. And there's more things that if I don't do, I'm gonna have to deal with the consequences. But fantastic, dude. Yeah, yeah, it'll work out. We'll make it work out. It's not because, the world will naturally come around to the order of working out. No, it'll work out because we'll find a way. We'll do the best we can with what we have. We'll use our resources, and then oh, yeah, done. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys go. All right, mwah. Love you guys. I hope you guys have a good one. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you all. Until next we meet, I hope you have a good one. Bye.